Assalamu alaikum dear students. As you all know, I'm your course instructor Tuba Asif for the course Institutional Management. So I welcome you guys in today's presentation, and I hope you guys are doing well and you guys are sailing in the boat of health and happiness. So let's begin with today's presentation. Today's topic of this lecture is meal planning and the food standards. That what is meal planning? What are the considerations during meal planning? How a good menu can affect the establishment as well as the turnout of the customers as well. So today's lecture will revolve around the concept of meal planning and its advantages and its importance. After this lecture, you guys will be able to effectively understand that what is a menu, what are the important factors and functions of a good menu. You would be able to understand that what are the advantages of an effective meal planning, and what is the importance of good menu plans in food industry, whether they are restaurants or cafes or cafeterias or even a small industry. What are the impact of good menu plans? This lecture will also aid you in comprehend the source requirements of food planning and menu planning. You will have an insight of the factors, that what are the considerations, what are the important keynotes you are supposed to keep in mind while planning a good menu, and what are the mechanics of menu planning and how you can design a menu on your own. So let's begin with today's lecture. Now, what is a menu, and what is the impact of menu? It is a list of dishes that is planned for production in a catering operation, or it could include full meals like the breakfast, lunch, and dinner option, or it could have according to the main ingredient or the main food like chicken dishes, rice or wheat or mutton dishes, or it could be like a continental, that Pakistani cuisine, Chinese cuisine or Italian cuisine. It could have a list of snacks or appetizers and beverages as well. The beverages could be hot and cold, or the seasonal ones, or those which are very trendy right now. So menu planning is therefore appear to be a simple exercise that involves putting whatever items the planner or the cook like, they are very easy to prepare. Past experience of sales may help them to forecast the quantities of each item that needs to be prepared. अगर आप अपना एक रेस्टोरेंट जो है वो स्टार्ट करना चाहते हैं, तो you can have if you have even a good locality for that, you have all subsidy भी आपको मिल गई, आपका बजट प्लान हो गया, आपके पास टीम भी आ गई, स्टाफ भी पूरा हो गया, लेकिन फिर भी अगर जब तक आपका मेन्यू अच्छा नहीं होगा, आपका मेन्यू जो है अट्रैक्टिव नहीं होगा, how would it possible कि आप रीच आउट करें a greater number of population को? तो for a food industry, the prime and the main area to focus is on the food, कि food की itself quality कैसी है और food कैसे introduce होगा. Obviously no one will know while entering your cafe or your restaurant that what kind of food is being given here. You are supposed to provide him with a good menu. If he is interested in the menu, only and only then he will order something. अगर कोई मेन्यू ही, मैं कहीं जाती हूँ और मुझे वहां पे मेन्यू ही अच्छा नहीं लगता, मुझे मेन्यू में ही कोई चीज अपीलिंग नहीं लगती, अट्रैक्टिव नहीं लगती, तो मैं कभी भी वहां से कुछ परचेज नहीं करूंगी. तो मेन्यू इज बेसिकली द फेस ऑफ अ रेस्टोरेंट. And you can always the people who are the entrepreneurs or the people who establish a certain food restaurant to keep their outlet open for only a few hours or till the quantity prepared is sold out. If the food is finished and some customers are faced with a closed sign, the next day the manager may buy food and related materials in larger quantities. So आपका मेन्यू आपको इंसाइट देता है कि आपका कौन सा फूड ज्यादा सेल आउट हो रहा है, और अगर वो ज्यादा सेल आउट हो रहा है तो यू कैन हैव एन इंसाइट कि आपको स्टॉक में उसके रॉ मटेरियल्स ज्यादा क्वांटिटी में और बिफोर हैंड परचेज करने हैं. स्मॉल एस्टैब्लिशमेंट्स के लिए भी जो है ये अक्सर इस्तेमाल होता है। जैसे हम कॉमनली देखते हैं कि हमारे कोई भी लोकल वेंडर जो कि फूड सप्लाई कर रहे हैं, लाइक shawarmas are very common these days, तो उसको पता लग जाएगा कि कौन से पीक आवर्स में उसके शॉर्मास की सेल जो है वो ज्यादा हो रही है, एंड वो उस लिहाज से बिफोर हैंड उसकी तैयारी करेगा। और उसके मेन्यू पे अगर उसने शॉर्मा के साथ कोई और चीजें भी रखी हैं, दैट इज कॉमनली ऑब्जर्व कि शॉर्मास के साथ कोई उन्होंने फ्रेंच फ्राइज रखे होते हैं, कैसरोल रखा होता है, या कोई और बेवरेज रखा हो सकता है, कोई और स्नैक रखा हो सकता है। तो बाय कीपिंग अ मेन्यू यू कैन गेट टू नो कि व्हाट इज द डिमांड ऑफ द पब्लिक, and you can have a better insight to purchase your raw materials beforehand, and thus you are not supposed to face the embarrassment कि एक जो है वो टर्नओवर हो गया लोगों का, लोग आ गए और आपके पास वो चीजें नहीं थी। तो मेन्यू ऑलवेज हेल्प यू टू बी प्रिपेयर्ड बिफोरहैंड। So here I have given an example of an a la carte menu, and which have which is being divided into four categories. You can see here that the thali items, or the mini meals, or the snacks, and the salads. So एक मेन्यू आपको एक इंसाइट देता है। जब आप बीइंग अ कंज्यूमर जब आप जाते हैं कहीं जगह पे, तो बाय लुकिंग एट द मेन्यू you decide whether you're going to purchase food from here or not. You're going to skip this, or just go any place else. इसके साथ साथ you can always have आपको अपनी मर्जी का, if you are supposed to have a proper meal, you can have meals, or you can have snacking, or if you are into salads you can always buy salads. And if you are a food manager, or you are the one who is the owner of a food restaurant, you can make your menu on many much more attractive by giving according to the time of the day. Like you can divide the morning, or the a la carte, or the mid morning, or the lunch, or the dinner time, or you can have various cuisine on your menu, or you can have just 2 or 3 food items that are your specialty. So it depends on what kind of restaurant you're going to establish, or what kind of consumer you are, कि आपको क्या चीजें जो है वो ज्यादा अपील करती हैं। So what are the functions of menu? Basically, again, menu is the main face of your restaurant. When a customer goes inside a restaurant or a cafe, he would decide whether he is going to stay here and to purchase anything to eat or not, only by looking at the menu. अगर मेन्यू में उसको उसके टेस्ट के अकॉर्डिंग कोई चीजें मिलेंगी, उसकी उसके पसंद के मुताबिक कोई चीजें मिलेंगी, only then he will stay in that restaurant. So it basically give an insight to the customer that whether he is going to have something here or not, as well as it also establishes a relationship between customer and the restaurant itself. It enables the customer to know about the establishment. For example, आपके पास एक मैं एग्जांपल दूंगी, अगर लाहौर में आपका एक चाइनीज रेस्टोरेंट है, नेम्ड एज एनी सिचुआन इज अ रेस्टोरेंट, चाइनीज रेस्टोरेंट। अब एस्टेब्लिशमेंट का नाम ही सिचुआन है। ऑब्वियसली द कस्टमर हैज अ माइंडसेट कि जब मैं अंदर जाऊंगा तो जो मुझे मेन्यू मिलेगा उस पे चाइनीज चाइनीज जो आइटम्स हैं, चाइनीज फूड मेन्यूज हैं या फूड आइटम्स हैं, वो मुझे मिलेंगी। तो एस्टेब्लिशमेंट और कस्टमर के दरमियान रिलेशनशिप जो है वो एक अच्छा मेन्यू जो है वो डेवलप करता है। उसके अलावा मेन्यू ऑथराइजेस प्रोडक्शन ऑफ मील्स इन द किचन। अगेन, एक मेन्यू में फॉर एग्जांपल यू आर इन योर रेस्टोरेंट, यू आर ऑफरिंग for breakfast you're offering omelets and poached eggs, boiled eggs, and fried eggs. And you know that the more this according to the selling point, fried eggs are being more sold rather than omelette. So you are prepared beforehand that आपको फ्राइड एग्स के लिए ज्यादा प्रिपरेशन रखनी है। तो जो किचन के पर्सनल हैं, दे हैव अ बेटर इनसाइट कि मेन्यू पे क्या चीज ज्यादा सेल आउट हो रही है, और वो उनको उसकी प्रोडक्शन के बारे में एक ज्यादा इंसाइट पता होती है। Here it helps to prepare order list for foods and ingredients and set up purchasing procedures. Yes, जो चीजें आपके मेन्यू में मेंशन होंगी, ऑब्वियसली वही रॉ मटेरियल्स, वही ग्रोसरी लिस्ट, वही जो है फूड आइटम की रॉ मटेरियल की लिस्ट आप बिफोर हैंड प्रिपेयर करेंगे, और आपको उसके प्रोसीजर्स, जो उनके परचेसिंग मेथड्स या परचेसिंग प्रोसीजर्स हैं, उसकी बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग होगी। आपको पता होगा कि आपके पास क्या मटेरियल्स होने चाहिए फॉर द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ द आइटम्स बीइंग डिस्प्लेड ऑन द फूड मेन्यू। Similarly, a menu also tells us that what kind of equipment you will be needing and what kind of staff with the certain skills of cooking or handling the food, or what kind of supervision is required for preparation of such menu. Obviously, if you are offering Chinese menu, or you have Chinese dishes on your menu, a proper traditional Pakistani sous chef won't be able to prepare the Chinese items. So you will be needing a Chinese chef or a Pakistani chef having proper expertise in the Chinese cuisine. So आपको इसमें क्या बता सकता है, आपका मेन्यू आपको मेनली इस्टेब्लिश करता है एक रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एंड द कस्टमर. ये प्रोडक्शन मील्स को ऑथराइज करता है. इट ऑल्सो गिव एन इंसाइट फॉर the purchasing of the raw materials as well. It also highlights what kind of equipment is needed, what kind of staff or what kind of supervision is required for the preparation of such meals. And again, a good menu or a menu mainly organize the space and work in stores and kitchens and service areas. It determines the style of the service to set up. For example, if you go in Italian restaurant and you have a menu card that displays a number of pizzas, again you know what kind of food equipment will be there for pizza, what kind of spatula would be there for pizza. So what kind of the service style would be offered at that place, क्योंकि मेन्यू में आपको जिस तरह से फूड आइटम्स होंगी, आपको फूड प्रोवाइड करने का जो स्टाइल है वो उससे बहुत ज्यादा रिलेट करता है. And menu usually forms the guidelines for the calculation of food and the labor cost, and it overhead expenses and desired profits. आपका menu अच्छा होगा, it would give you more profit. It is more profitable again rather than a menu that is not giving you a much profit. It reflects the type of customer that establishment wishes to attract. Yes, if you are opening a Chinese restaurant, being a food manager or being a entrepreneur, आप एक Chinese restaurant establish करते हैं, तो you know that your targeted population is the one that has more taste towards Chinese. If you are developing a place for burgers and sandwiches and pizzas, कि आप young लोगों को attract कर रहे हो, उन लोगों को who are very influenced by West culture, or who are very into eating junk food or the fast food. Or if you are establishing something a nihari place, so you know that you are attracting the ones who have breakfast, a traditional breakfast, or the population that have a taste for the traditional cuisines. So आपकी पॉपुलेशन क्या होगी, आपके कस्टमर्स और आपके क्लाइंट्स कैसे होंगे, ये आपके मेन्यू जो है वो रिफ्लेक्ट करता है. मेन्यू जो है वो आपके it also plays a very important role in determining the in satisfying the psychological needs of your customer. For example, if I go to a fast food restaurant and I order a burger, it would definitely if it is meeting my standard, if it is meeting my goals, I would be psychologically satisfied. So a menu is supposed to fulfill the nutritional and the hunger, social and the psychological needs of a person. Menu also introduces interesting food combinations to customers that usually we see कि अगर हम जाते हैं और if I order a steak, not only the steak comes to me, but with there is also sautéed vegetables or a casserole or French fries along with my ordered steak. So it gives me a combination, and in this way, customer is very happy if he sees a variety of food in his plate. And it menu usually in a long run, they definitely influence in developing the eating habits of people. अगर मेरे if I'm living in an urban area which has a very busy street, और वहाँ पे local vendor जो है वो supply कर रहा है, shawarma supply कर रहा है, due to lack of time, I usually tend to ask for delivery of the shawarma. So I'm developing an eating habit. So menu also plays a significant role in developing food habits. Now, I would like to highlight that what are the pros of having a good meal planning. If you have planned your meal or you have planned your menu, you are are more closer to success for your restaurant or your food industry. So planning menu is very important when food has to be bought, prepared, and served in large quantities to people of varying taste and requirements. Advantages of menu planning is, as we know, that they enable the provision of appetizing and nourishing and attractive meal to customers at a fair price. If I'm going to a place, if I am satisfied with the price for the food I'm gonna give, so only then I would pay that full price. So अगर एक अच्छा plan होगा menu, I would be able to give more money for it. और अगर मुझे एक menu जो है वो अच्छा लगेगा, अपना food item का combination of variety और complete menu अच्छा लगेगा, तभी I would be satisfied and I will pay for that menu. Similarly, planning meals helps to determine requirements accurately. Food buying can thus be controlled through advanced buying because quantities are calculated beforehand, and good menu planning ensures that food is not being wasted. Any leftovers can be creatively incorporated in the next meal on menu, which is already planned out. Yes, being a food manager or being the person who is running the food restaurant or food industry, if you have planned a menu carefully, you will know what raw materials you will be needing to make those dishes. You will be knowing what kind of people are coming to your place. You will be knowing that what to do with the leftovers as well. आपने for instance जो है वो steaks अपने मेन्यू में रखे हैं और वो उस दिन किसी वजह से उतनी सेल नहीं हुई, उतना लोगों का turnover नहीं रहा, तो you know what to be done with the steaks. You can mince them, or you can incorporate them in the form of any kebabs or in any other dishes. So a good menu give you insight what to do with the leftovers as well. And again, a good menu planning also gives you an insight that how to manage your time, how to manage your resources, that how you are supposed to compose your efforts, and you know that what to order, what to shop, and how the food materials should be saved. Similarly, time and effort spent in preparation and cooking is also minimized because ingredients needed for subsequent meals are known in advance. It spares you a lot of time, a lot of effort, even a lot of money, because you know that perishable goods would be used in the required time, and there would be no damage to the foods, because you know the turnover and your menu is planned well. So you will be saving a lot of time and your resources. And carefully planned menus save fuel and cut down on waste through excessive leftovers. For example, milk may be heated together for the preparation of hot beverages, setting of curds, or for preparation of cottage cheese instead of placing the milk in three containers and heating. Yes, if you have a properly planned menu, you know the same procedures to be done for certain food items. If you are supposed to you're offering custard, you're offering a curd, you're offering any other pudding, you know that for all these three items you will be needing milk and you will be needing boiled milk. So instead of heating milk in three different containers at three different times, you can always boil the milk at the same time for these three dishes. So it saves you a lot of fuel as well. Now, what is the importance of a menu card? What I have telling you the importance of menu as I have started the lecture, but it gives you this slide. The slides from this will giving you more better insight about understanding the importance of menu. That in a system model, the menu is primary control of the food service system. The input leads to transformation, leads to output with constant feedback. Yes, if you have a good menu, your establishment would definitely be successful over a period of time. Regardless the staff, regardless the supervision, regardless the locality, regardless the prices. If your menu is well planned, if the foods you're offering are very much attractive to the population, it leads your establishment towards the heights of glory, you can say. Similarly, menu controls all the other subsystems included in the food industry. For example, the menu highlights the procurement procedures, the production, the sanitation, the maintenance, the distribution, and how the food service system also. And aside from listing the food items offered to target markets, the menu serves the internal and external purposes. Internally, it provides crucial information to food service employees by specifying what items are provided, and this enables employees to select which food and supplies to purchase, menu items to prepare, and service arrangements to provide. The menu also functions externally to communicate the operations offering to potential customers. Yes, for example, if I have I'm serving if I'm working in as a food manager in a restaurant, and I'm there for brunch menu. So beforehand, I will be knowing how many items are there on the menu card for brunch, what should be the materials required for the preparation of those items, what should I do with the leftovers then, and what kind of service they need, what kind of equipments they will be needing, what kind of serving utensils would be there, or what kind of the side dishes would be there for a complete brunch menu. And because the menu facilitates communication between the food service operation and its customers, it also serves as an important marketing tool. Yes, again and again, menu reflects the quality of your restaurant. If the menu is meeting the requirements of the customer, if it is attractive enough to, make the mouths water of the customers, it is used as a marketing tool. Today, in the time of social media, we see that for example, I have not went to Arcadian Cafe, or I have not gone to various other cafes on Alam Road, but by watching their menus on social media on Facebook, I evaluate those menus and I see that, oh yes, this is the place I should visit. This is the place I want to explore. This is the menu I want to eat. These are the food items that attract me. So the menus are basically the marketing tool for any food industry. And in addition, a food's operation menus may have even influence on the customer perception about the overall facility and facilities quality of care. That I know if a Chinese restaurant is offering Chinese menu and the Chinese items, and I like Chinese, so I would definitely go there again and again, because I know that they are offering the food that is according to my taste, and that is aiding in my organoleptic properties. So now we will be discussing the requirements for a good meal planning. That what are the requirements for having a good meal planning?